What is Imperator? Well, it's a science fiction based Roman future MMORPG. So we're taking bits of Roman history, assuming that the Roman Republic never fell, and expanding the timeline to maybe 500 years in the future, where there were no dark ages and Roman technology expanded very quickly. Now there's space travel and the player can actually become a member of that society. The story is very important, obviously, in Imperator, hopefully much more so than in other MMORPGs. But by doing that, we need to introduce special quests or missions called life events. And really what that is the player's chance to make some decisions that affect their character, to learn about the story, and there is a story that runs behind the entire game. It affects the character on a personal level because they make choices about who they meet, who they talk to, how they react to them. That happens in life events. Think of it as kind of a box RPG series of quests where you're going out, you're finding NPCs, they tell you something that you have to do, you go up in a couple levels, you find what they were talking about, then you go do it. And by doing that, you're making choices that affect how the world reacts to you. Roman society has a couple of different organizations which are not running things, but they're major parts of society, and these are agencies like the Roman Intelligence Agency, which helps the Roman society figure out what the Mayans are up to. There's the legions, which is the army itself, the armed forces of Rome. There's the Stellar Aegis, which is a organization which helps colonies that have been attacked by the Mayans kind of rebuild. They're more of a FEMA type. The player doesn't necessarily join these, but they have the chance to run missions for each organization. And this is the concept where the players are special. You don't go to the organization necessarily and say, what do you have for me? The organizations are actually lobbying for you. They send you messages saying, please come help us because you're an elite member of Roman society. So you can go on missions for these organizations and build faction, and as you do, you might drop off with another organization which is a rival of that one. But if you get high enough, you'll start to get some special abilities, some items that players that haven't built up faction with that organization, they don't get that. So this isn't really class defining. It's not going to change your role in the world, but it will definitely give you more of a bent of what that organization does. So for example, if you're a range fighting specialist and you're running a lot of missions for the RIA, for the Roman Intelligence Agency, you will eventually start to get items which help you do missions for that, which would mean communication system jamming, perhaps computer skills, better sniper ability, things like that, which they would want to give people that run missions for them because they want them to do them better. The character system in Imperator, the player makes one choice or two choices when he starts out. He chooses a race, which is really an appearance for how he looks. And we have standard races built in. You can be human,